This man stands 4 meters tall. The moment he rises from bed, servants attend to him, first scattering flower petals, then bathing him. Such impeccable service. He is the legendary sky god, with golden blood flowing through his veins, capable of transforming into a fierce beast at will. They rule over the weak humans. But this god is terribly unlucky. Today was supposed to be his coronation day. His father was about to place the crown upon his head when his uncle, Set, the desert god, arrived with a legion of red-armored soldiers to stage a rebellion. He stabbed his own brother to death with a single blow, threatening gods and mortals alike to submit to him or be reduced to slavery. After his grief passed, Horus seized his scepter and engaged in battle, but Set had come prepared. His soldiers used their shields to reflect light, disrupting Horus's vision and preventing him from unleashing the power of his Eye of Power. Horus had no choice but to transform into the sky god, with Set following suit. These two divine warriors fought from heaven to earth. The red-armored soldiers raised their shields again, and Horus was once more blinded by the reflected light. Set seized the opportunity, beating Horus back to his original form and gouging out his eyes, the source of Horus's power. Without them, he was utterly powerless. Set raised his scepter, preparing to execute Horus. At this crucial moment, the goddess of love intervened, pleading desperately and revealing herself, thus saving Horus's life. He was imprisoned in the old king's tomb, reduced to a broken man. Meanwhile, Set ascended to the throne as he wished, but he was clearly a tyrant. Upon taking power, he immediately began massive construction projects, ordering the building of a towering monument to display his achievements. Under his rule, most humans were forced into slavery, with no freedom and lives of misery. Under his tyranny, a thief named Beck refused to accept his fate. In the dead of night, Beck secretly hid inside a cart loaded with treasure, entering the massive underground vault along with the gold. His target this time was the gleaming Eye of Power on the opposite side. To obtain the Eye of Power, he had to cross 3 extremely dangerous obstacles, and any mistake would mean falling into the hungry scorpion army below. Beck approached carefully. Merely his shadow blocking the light instantly triggered the mechanism, so he held his torch high above his head, minimizing his shadow's reach, and successfully passed the first challenge. At the next obstacle, sword-wielding statues spun in circles, slashing at Beck, but his quick reflexes allowed him to narrowly dodge them. The final obstacle featured suspended floor panels. Beck could only sprint at full speed, finally managing to grab one eye. But as he went to reunite with his girlfriend, they were ambushed. He raised the Eye of Power high, its blinding light dazzling the surrounding soldiers, allowing him to escape with his girlfriend by carriage. But during their flight, his girlfriend was tragically struck by an arrow and stopped breathing on the spot. It turned out he and his girlfriend had planned to steal the Eye of Power to restore Horus's divine power so he could overthrow Set's rule. Only then could they regain their freedom. Beck brought his girlfriend to Horus in the tomb, using the one eye as bargaining chip, demanding that he use his divine power to resurrect his girlfriend who had entered the underworld. Horus agreed to Beck's request, but he explained that only a king had the right to retrieve someone from the underworld, and with only one eye, he was no match for Set. Before that, he needed to borrow some additional power, so they climbed a high mountain, where at the summit stood a sky gate leading to the cosmos.